You know what really sucks? Drivers really suck. And it's always everybody else. It's never you. That's one thing that I've noticed. It's never you. It's always everybody else. But here's the thing. I consider myself to be pedestrian and driver of the fucking century. Whenever it's my right of way, I run across the crosswalk. And this is something that I've spoken about before. But you know what? I feel like I had a little bit of an incident today. And it was less than a 5-second incident. But you know what? It's reflective and indicative of the rest of the driving problem that we have here in the States. Now, again, other countries don't count because, you know, some of you guys don't have concrete on your streets. So it's really hard to judge driving when you're driving on grass and you're only driving four-wheeled vehicles circa 1980. But you know, it's a problem. It's definitely a problem and something that we need to solve. But I am Mr. Right of Way. If it's your right of way, I'll give it to you. If it's my right of way, sorry, I'm dying slowly. If it's my right of way, I'm taking it because that's the way it's supposed to be. If we come to a four-way stop, let's see. Let me give you guys a little bit of a test here. If we come to a four-way stop, who is the person that has the right of way? The person that stops the first. That's supposed to be who it is. So whoever stops first, whoever came to the stops first and stopped completely, that person is the person that has the right of way. Then it's subsequently followed by each and every person that had stopped. And this is easily observable by the rest of the people that have stopped in a four-way stop. It's easy. It's simple. Did you stop first? No. Then you let the person who stopped first go. That's the way it works, right? If you come to a crosswalk, when do you cross? Oh, you cross when either the white man is on the sign, so the little flashing white dude, or when you see the red hand and a number. When you see the red hand and a number or the flashing red hand, that lets you know that you have that amount of time to cross the street. When shouldn't you cross? When it's a solid red hand. It's easy. It's nothing that requires knowledge of language. It's symbolism. You see the symbolism. Oh, it's a man walking. I should walk. Oh, there's a timer. Maybe I have that long till I can cross the street. But instead, you have people crossing the street whenever they want. There's a particular street here near a very popular intersect where you just have people walking across the street, and it's always a nightmare with traffic. But back to the stop sign. See, what I don't like is when somebody decides to go when it's not their right of way when it comes to a stop sign. So what happened was that this person, this individual, this bitch, because it's most of the time a female. I'm not being sexist when I say that, but it's most of the time female. Because here's the thing, men are logical, so men typically go with the logic. Females typically are emotional, so they typically drive with emotion, which is why they kind of go and break the rules. And anyway, so this person has a right of way, right? So it's me and actually 3 vehicles. So it's me, it's another person who's hitting the stop sign first, is their right of way, and this bitch who's behind this person. So I come to the stop sign second. It's a 4-way stop, but it's only taken up by 2 streets at this current moment. Rather, only 2 lanes are being taken up at this moment for the sake of completion here. And we're going to intersect here. And this person stopped first. So I give them the wave. It's their right of way. So I allow them to make the turn onto my lane. But then the Escalade behind this individual decides to careem on the pedal, and almost tailgate this person on the stop sign, taking my generosity for granted. Of course, they had the window down, of which I politely tell them, "Hey, bitch, that's a stop sign," knowing that she would hear me because I'm upset. You know, usually I'm a passive individual, but when you cross me in the streets, you're gonna hear it. So this person crosses, and I go, "Hey, bitch, that's a stop sign, you know." And she actually stopped her car, and we were parallel for about 3 seconds when she uttered the line that lets me know there's no hope for people like this. There's absolutely no hope. So the interaction went a little bit like this. "Hey, bitch, that's a stop sign, you know." "Whatever," followed by her skirting away. "Whatever? No, No, not fucking whatever. Because if I had the ability to put you under citizen's arrest for committing such a fucking atrocity like that, I would fucking do it. If there was a purge, I would drive a chainsaw through your femur because I know it hurts more. Whatever. This bitch hit me with the whatever, even though she knew she was in the wrong. And this is perfectly reflective of the rest of society, because this individual, this particular lady, I'm going to call her a bitch from now on. This bitch thought she could just skirt through the law of the road, which has been established for many years. And granted, there are some things we could argue about that don't make much sense, but this does make sense. Right of way does make sense. And she decided to say, you know what? My trip to the mall is more important than the law. I am more important than the laws of the road at this moment, because I'm going to go and tailgate this car, which could potentially have caused an accident. Maybe she could have hit me. Maybe I could have said, hey, you know what? This person went the right of way, so then I'm going to go. And then she could have careened into me. A lot of things could have happened by her just simply saying, you know what? I'm more important than the road, so I'm just going to tailgate this car and completely run this stop. Bitch. So that again is reflective of the rest of society, because people don't care about everybody else. Me, I'm running across the street. Again, even if it's my right of way, even if the crosswalk is that white man saying that it's okay to walk, I run across because I don't want to inconvenience the cars that are turning, because I know everyone has somewhere to be. Everyone has somewhere to go. So I don't want to stop that. I don't want to stop the flow of economy. But what these bitches do, what these dumb cunts, these dumb entitled Escalade driving cunts, what they do is that they slow down the economy. They really repress progress when it comes to financial growth, because what they do is that I'm trying to go somewhere by following the law of the road. The law of the road is designed for everybody to go at safe, effective speeds. Technically, they say, which again could be argued, that if you go the speed limit, you're going to encounter less red lights. There have been studies to show that if you go the speed limit, again, as indicated by the law of the road, you are going to hit less red lights, which is thus going to progress the economy, because you are going to get to where you are going to go faster. And whether or not that's giving money in some sort of small local business, or whether that's going to an actual job or doing something, you are promoting the economy because you are moving forward. You are progressing. You are not regressing. What bitches like this do is that they regress society. They regress society by saying, fuck the law, fuck rules. I'm going to do what I think is right. And it doesn't matter because I matter. And what she's effectively done is slow down the economy for her own personal gain. She saved exactly 5 seconds, of which she lost 2 seconds by saying whatever to me, because she stopped, acknowledged the fact that I called her a bitch, acknowledged the fact that I told her that was a fucking stop sign, acknowledged the fact that she was wrong, acknowledged the fact that she probably has inherent parental issues, and told me whatever, and then drove off. So it saved her. She had a net gain of 3 seconds wherever it is that she was going. Is that really worth it for going above the law? Is that really worth it? You entitled cunt. So case in point, ladies and gentlemen, what I have to say about this, and to summarize rather, this little bit of a rant, is progress the economy, follow the law of the road, practice safe driving, be conscious of other people, live in a society. We live in a society. That's the most important thing. Fuck it.